All right, we're already a little bit into the warm-up. I forgot to press the record button. Coming back into it, you're going to take one foot, it's going to be forward, the other foot's going to be back. You're going to have your opposite-handed foot on the floor, and your hand, which should be in the middle, is going to come up toward the ceiling. It's going to come down to the center, and underneath your armpit. You can go back and forth between those two positions. Then you can put that hand on the floor and switch your feet. And then whatever hand's in the middle, do the same thing. Awesome. Put both hands in front of you. I'm moving to my yoga mat. And you're just going to lean back, pull your shoulder blades together, shrug your shoulders up a little bit towards your ears, just a little bit, and stretch that out a little bit. And then lean it forward. Look up at the ceiling. Lean it back. Lean it forward. Relax. Now, if you have like a light kettlebell, you can do this with the kettlebell. If you don't have a light kettlebell, you can do it without any weight at all. I'm just going to put one arm above my head like so. I'm going to point my toes away from that kettlebell. So it's in my right hand, I'm going to point my toes to the left. Then the other hand, I'm going to come touch the other leg, and I'm just going to get my hips out of the way, creep that other hand down, and then come back up. I'm going to do 5 of those. Again, if you don't have something light to hold, you can absolutely do it with no weight. It's still a good stretch. This is a kettlebell windmill. And I think that's fine. We can switch to the other side. So again, you're gonna press this up, toes are gonna point away, other hand, touch the other leg, hips out of the way, let that other hand creep down your leg. Give me 5. Awesome. Lace your fingers together. Just rotate them around like a figure 8. Then other direction, figure 8. Hand out straight, like, talk to the hand. Then you go pull those fingers back. Push them forward. Other hand. Push them forward. Ooh. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put your thumb on your palm like this, then grab your thumb with your fingers. And then from here, you're going to point your thumbs forward like this, like you're like casting with a fishing pole or something. You should get a nice good stretch going there. Ooh. All right. So Today we're going to do a 10-minute test of the clean and jerk with the kettlebell, single arm clean and jerk. If you want this to be a lot harder and you have 2 kettlebells or 2 dumbbells, you can totally do it two-handed. When I wrote this workout today, I wrote that as RX plus. I don't normally write RX pluses, but that seemed like a good place to do it. So what we want to do, the final product that we're going to look for is going to be a swing clean up to your shoulder and then a dip and drive up top. And you would do that repeatedly on one hand until ideally you only switch hands once. So the way I kind of want this is it's a test for what it would almost be in kettlebell sport. So it's going to be a 10-minute clock, and you're going to get as many clean and jerks as possible in 10 minutes, and you're only allowed one hand switch. Now, I don't expect all of you guys to do that. I'm not even sure if I'm going to do that. But what I want you to do is last as long as you can before you need a hand switch, and then go ahead and switch. And then as long as you can with that one before you need a hand switch then. Now, if 10 minutes isn't over yet, and you have to switch a second time, go ahead and switch a second time. You know, if your grip is dying and you really need to switch, go ahead, you can switch as many times as you want. But that first switch, I want you to fight for. I want you to fight real hard before you switch hands. And on the other side, let's say you're blowing through it. You have a really light kettlebell or something. You can totally spend all 10 minutes on one side. And if that's the case, then just to make it even, once about 5 or so minutes passes, go ahead and switch sides just to make it even. Does that sound fair?
Yes.
Cool. I want to talk just about a few of the minor details of the clean, because we haven't actually cleaned very much in the past few weeks. We've done a whole bunch of shoulder to overhead. We've done a whole bunch of snatches. I haven't spent too much time with the clean. That is on purpose, because 1, I wanted your grip to be fresh for the snatches, and 2, if you can do a kettlebell snatch, you can do a kettlebell clean. It's just instead of going all the way up here, it's going to be right in here to the front rack. But there's a few little things I want to talk about. So I'm going to grab this little baby kettlebell just so I can kind of manhandle it. Okay. So first things first. As far as coming up, you're going to go into the backswing. You're going to pop your hips up, and don't be afraid to, once you pop your hips, you can actually lean back just a smidgen to have the kettlebell go more straight up rather than way out here. So kind of kettlebell comes straight up in front, almost like you're zipping up your jacket. Once it's about here, you're just going to, if you look here, you're just going to shove, you're going to open up your grip a little bit and shove your hand to the handle. Again, we've talked about this before. So I'm going to go into that backswing, shove that hand to the handle. So when it's in this front rack position, I don't even have to have a full grip on it. I can have my fingers up. This is going to be right here in this front position. That should be fairly easy for you guys, because again, we've been doing snatches. It's the same thing for weeks now. I want to talk about coming back down, okay, making that as efficient as possible. So let's say I already did a clean. I caught it here. My back is straight. My hips are slightly forward so that the kettlebell is above my feet. Now from here, I don't want to just lean forward and dump it forward, because that means all the weight's going to be out here. I want to do the opposite. So as weird as this is going to sound, I think of it like a flower, okay? You know how flowers, you know, before they bloom, they're all like this, and then when they bloom, they open up like that? That's kind of how I think of it. So I'm all bundled up here. When it's time to go back down into the backswing, I'm going to lean my shoulders back, and I'm going to bend my elbows forward so you can see it's opening up here. And from there, I'm going to go back into that backswing. Do you guys see that? I'm gonna hope yes. Yeah. So what I want you to do, I'm going to grab a heavier kettlebell. And I'm gonna do like 3 reps, and then you guys are gonna practice, okay? So I'm going into that backswing, and I'm here in this front rack position. From here, I'm gonna lean my shoulders back, bend my elbows so the kettlebell comes forward, and I'm just gonna smoothly transition into that backswing. So lean back. You guys see that? That way the kettlebell isn't going in this big arch, it's more going straight down and my body's moving around it. Give that a try. Give me like 5 repetitions with that. And Paul, I know you have a dumbbell. Do your best.
Okay.
It's not as pretty with the dumbbell, but you can still make the same kind of thing work. And I'm just watching videos. So Paul, because you have a dumbbell, go ahead and leave your thumb facing forward at the bottom. It'll be a lot easier to swing. Feel that? Way easier, right? Okay. Go ahead and try the other hand. Yep. The people using dumbbells, keep your thumb forward in the bottom. The swing should feel a lot smoother that way and less scratchy. Looking at some of the dumbbells you guys are using, that could be rather dangerous. Awesome. And relax, take a break. That looks pretty good. So because this is a 10-minute AMRAP and we're trying to avoid too many hand switches, this is going to be more of an endurance exercise, okay? So I don't want you thinking it's like a short AMRAP, you know, but I want you to be nice and relaxed and try and reserve as much energy as you can. You guys got it? I gotta try the other hand. I've been doing my right hand all this time. We haven't started, no. I'm just warming up. All right. So, any questions? Are we all confident?
If we have the opportunity to go down in weight, should we? Because was it Monday? I went from 30 pounds to 20 pounds to keep it going, or should I just keep it heavy weight?
For Monday or Tuesday? Talk about the snatch?
Yeah, that one.
This will probably be easier because it's not going to be so grip intensive. So I'm going to say try and keep the weight the same the whole time. If you're dying, yeah, go down in weight. It's just a 10-minute running clock, so do it fast. But I think this is generally considered a lot easier than the snatch. So I believe in you. I think you can do it.
Okay, so what that like 9-session thing was? Keep it at 30?
Keep it at 30, yep.
Okay.
Awesome. Angelina, can you put on a 10-minute timer for me?
On the phone?
Yeah. And could you tell me when 5 minutes is up?
Yeah.
So you tell me when I'm halfway done. And then play some music for me.
On the phone?
Anywhere. Phone or your computer, doesn't matter to me.
What kind of music?
Surprise me. Something I would like.
Icelandic metal?
Not Icelandic metal.
Okay.
Are you guys ready? I'm gonna take a quick sip right now because we can't sip during it. All right. 10 minutes on Angelina's count.
3, 2, 1, start.
Hit it.
I'm recording.
There's that grip. How we doing time is
Not long.
I know.
All right, we have 5 seconds left.
Really?
Yep. 5.
Under 6. Tell me when it's 5.
Yep. Halfway there.
Halfway there. 5 more minutes. And switch. Oh, that's so much better. Oh. Yeah. 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 How we doing?
About 2 minutes left.
About 2 minutes into the assist. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Minute left.
A minute left. Yeah. 30
Less than 30 seconds.
Less than 30 seconds. Yeah.
10 seconds.
10.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's it. Ooh. How was that, you guys?
Harder than I thought.
Yeah, you didn't think it was gonna be too hard, did you? I was pretty pleased. I only had one hand switch. How did you guys do?
One switch.
Woo!
I think I had 1, 2, 3.
3? That's not bad.
Yeah, my left.
How'd you do, Paul?
About 3.
3? Good. Oh, all right. So what always surprises me, even though I know this, I'm always reminded of how much of a pec and bicep workout that is, because your pecs are pulling this into the front rack, and then your bicep is holding this up. So like all of that is screaming right now. So I'm going to show you one of my favorite stretches for all of that. So what I'm going to do is, hopefully you can see me in the video, I'm going to go on my belly, and I'm going to put, yes you can, put one hand out straight like so. And then after that, so right now it's my left hand that's out, my right foot is going to come up, and I'm just going to turn this over. This is a great stretch for your back, but it's also a great stretch for your pec and for your bicep, because all that just gets nice and stretched out. And I'm just going to hang out here for a little bit and breathe. Oh. 10 minutes. 10 minutes is all you need. All right, nice and easy. Get yourself out of there. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So the other arm is going to be out straight. And then the far away foot is going to come over. Oh, and I'm just going to hang out here for a little bit. This side isn't so bad. This side doesn't feel so tight. Left side's more tight for me. Whenever I have a new client that I'm training, one of the first things I try and talk to them about is not to be impressed with duration, but to be impressed with intensity. You know, I get a lot of people who will talk about, well, how long they were on a treadmill for, or something like that. And my first question is then, well, how far did you go in that time? And normally they don't even know. So it doesn't work. Go ahead and ease yourself out of there. But if you have 10 minutes, if you have a short duration and you work really hard for that short duration, it just works better. It's easier to do anyway. Well, it's easier in some regard. How are we feeling? Awesome.
Good.
Any questions about anything?
Nope.
No. Cool. Have any of you looked at what tomorrow's workout is?
No.
All right. See you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Have a good one, you guys. Go eat something good.
Thank you.
Thank you.